Last topic on the table. This is an awful story, and we touch bases on what was happening in the NHL. We got into a big dialogue a couple weeks ago about why does the NHL need fighting? And there's been a real outbreak of really bad fights within the last 3 weeks. There've been some terrible hits to heads, which have led to suspensions. I mean, talk about absolute cheap shots in the corner and things like that. And now this story. Chris Simon, he's a native Canadian Indian, made his way into the National Hockey League, and very, very popular guy in the room, very rambunctious guy. He was a fighter. He passed away at the age of 52. He was, quote, an NHL policeman in the era when NHL teams had policemen on the rosters. You always have a policeman to protect your stars. Mm-hmm. Don't need that anymore because, quote, fighting was supposed to be out of the NHL. But he started his career with the Philadelphia Flyers, a.k.a. Broad Street Bullies, went to Quebec, was a star with the Nordique franchise, went to Colorado with the Avalanche, was also in Calgary, had 115 fights on the course of his career. I mean, he was a tough guy, 1,100 penalty minutes. He died. He's committed suicide this week. Tragic story up in Northern Ontario on the Indian Reservation where he retired to. He died, his family said, of acute CTE. They've donated his brain to Columbia University's medical research, and it spins back to the question I have. You know the end result of concussions. You have all these fights that are taking place, all these damn cheap shot hits to the head within the last couple of weeks, and the NHL acts like it's part of the game. Why does it have to be part of the game? Chris Simon's a prime example. Why the game has to change, period, exclamation point, end of conversation. John Riley says?
I think the NFL is doing a good job trying to, I guess, protect the players, right? You know, they want to, they change the rules. It'd be nice if NHL did that as well. But, I think this guy suffered from, bipolar, right? I mean, he's the life of the party in the clubhouse. Everyone loves him. Then he has these dark moments. But I'll tell you what, when, we were building the graphics for this and I was looking for pictures of him, all the photos of him seemed like a little bit sad, So, this has been going on for a while, is my guess.
Well, end result, CTE.
Yeah.
That's what his family believes, just because of what's happened to him personality. It's too bad because he was really popular. And not just because he was a fighter, but he was popular each of the places he played. Hey, our Thursday podcast.